Let's try this. Hey guys, there we go. Maybe that'll work now. Yeah, I've been having computer trouble all day trying to get the computer to work right. It wanted some updates, and I'm still trying to get it to working. I wonder if it was 4246 and maybe not a 2446, but I don't know. If we have somebody that is looking for the HitPix code A0246. They said it was on their 2025 certification exam. No fill in the blanks. And they were looking for that one. So you can see how they start back over. Again, there's two sets of A's. There's an 0426, not an 0246, but I wonder if it was this one with the ambulance. You know, sometimes we all get dyslexic with our numbers. Then again, if she's 100% adamant it's a 0246, maybe it's a deleted code, but I don't see it in our 2025 book. But it could have been 0426, which is an ambulance for advanced life support, non-emergency. And I always tell you guys that ALS and BLS are on our certification exams. Let me see, what notes did I have down for 2024? That's so many books everywhere, y'all. So many years. It gets crazy. Oh, 426. Oh, 246. Oh, 246. Still don't see it in that year version. 4226. I have it in that year version. But I know usually ALS and BLS are on the certification exam, so I wonder if it wasn't a difference, if it was actually the code A0426 and then the difference between it and the 28. But I don't see that particular code in here. But if anybody else knows where it is, they were just fighting for their lives on that exam. I wanted to go ask for a APC exam. We do need to purchase the CPT book from AMA Wright and not from Optum. AAPC will tell you. So let's go. Oh, wrong one. Is it that one? that's our good one for that today. And then where can we go for, can I go here to here? Will that work? Sort of, but that's really zoomed in, so let me find a different one. Where are we at for today? We're here? Okay. So let me blank out that, and then let me go here and go to here. Is that a little bit better? Go here and go here. Alright, so let's go to AAPC website. Oh, I'm not in the right one. Okay. Add that. Add a window capture. Yes, yes, yes. Yep. Okay. And yes, if you guys are on RedNote, I am on RedNote now too, so that's kind of cool. I don't know what's going to happen on TikTok, but I am on RedNote if you guys are utilizing it. I've already been posting a couple of stuff on there, so you can find me under, of course, Medical Coding by Jen. But let's go to AAPC's website. So if you come here, come to their certifications, view all certifications. Let's go to our CPC, preparing for your exam, and taking the exam. Taking the exam right here. Yeah. Measuring. View the tutorial. Here we go. Our approved books says AMA CPT Professional Edition. We can click on that, and of course they'll take you to their link to sell you one, but you can get it from anywhere you want. It does not say any publisher, it says AMA, so do not get the Optum CPT book. I would not. But if Optum is selling you an AMA version of the CPT book, then okay. But I'm telling you, you are at a disadvantage if you don't get the AAPC's version of the HitPix and the ICD-10 book. You don't have to buy them from here. You can get them from even Amazon or anywhere else. Like, I'll go into Google search and do AAPC ICD-10 2024 because I can use that one for a whole year. I'll switch my Google search to shopping, and then I'll try to find one that's cheap. Like, look, this one's on eBay for $39. Great price. I don't know if that's an auction or if it's a final sale, but their versions of the HitPix and the ICD-10 or the HitPix book have specific word maps, definitions, different kind of, here's one for $90 at McCary, just a bunch of different things that they may test you on. The AAPC version of the HitPix book is over 800 pages long. It has coding guidelines in there, all kinds of cool stuff that they may test you on. Getting another person's version of it, I mean, you can pass the exam. Obviously, a lot of people have, but just to show you, there is a bit of a disadvantage. There's some from Able Books for $39. You know, so I love Book Run. Book Run is a great store too. I use them all the time. They have an AAPC used version of the book for 2024 for $36. They usually give free shipping. I love Book Run too, so very cool. I don't, you know, I just do a Google search. I set up some alerts to let me know when there's a new one up for sale, and then if there's some that come in at a really good price, I'll buy them and then ship them out to people that are in need too sometimes. So, you know, I just keep looking at Google and try to find some that are on sale. So on my website at medicalcodingbyjen.com, make sure I'm taking mine March 2nd. Forgot to make sure. I'm hoping, yes, we can hear you. Okay, good. Over here on medicalcodingbyjen.com, quickly, underneath the social media links, I do have the updated links for, I think I got LinkedIn on there. I got RedNote down there. It's a clickable link. You just click on the Chinese character right there. I got the Amazon list if you want to know what pens do I use, what keyboard do I use, how do I make a Lazy Susan, all that's there. The YouTube, the Facebook, the Pinterest, it's all there. Don't forget about the free resources like the CPT book page that's underneath the resources tab that has all of the phone is going off. All the steps in how to make notes just like I do, including your anatomy and your ICD-10 pages. They're all there for free for you. Don't forget that also underneath the resources tab I have free book prep videos on the digestive system that you guys can watch.
Become a member.
And you can watch these videos and watch me do book prep video code by code. The rest of these videos for all the other sections of the CPT or ICD-10 book are all located in the YouTube membership that was just purchased by, who was that? Who was that? Who was that? That was purchased by, right here. It's in my, Tasha, Miss Livingston. That's pretty cool. She now has access to all of the replay videos for all of my notes. So, really cool. Thanks for sharing out the live on TikTok. I got 4 of you doing that. Thank you very much. Thank you for all the taps to TikTok or YouTube too. On YouTube. Appreciate it. Alright. And then the other things that I've got underneath the resources tab, if you're looking for any free courses, be sure to go to the FAQ page and click down here at the 3rd sentence where it says where is the best free resources. Click into that, and we've got tons of free resources including grants and the monthly magazine that has 20 practice questions free a month from AAPC. We've got a free pocket prep grant. We've got our free scholarship from AAPC. If you don't win a scholarship, be sure and reapply like every 60 days. Super helpful. And CMS right here has a free website that have free courses on it right there. Super helpful. Just click that link. It'll take you straight to the CMS government website. And there are free classes like this one for ICD-10 coding right here. It's a 60-minute course, and you will get a certificate from CMS that you can add to your resume that says you passed a course from CMS. I have to go there yearly when I was employed to do fraud and abuse training right here. We had to have that every single year. And if you go on and do this fraud and abuse training and put it on your resume, the HR department will know that you've already had this done, and you don't have to go to training once you're hired because of this. And that might put you a step ahead of everybody else. So lovely, lovely, lovely. A couple of other certifications that are really good is grievances and appeals. There's a lot of job openings with those acronyms right there. If you're looking to get a remote job from home, you could do grievances and appeals all day long, forever and a day. Great resource. Again, it's on my website underneath the resources tab, underneath the FAQs. The blog is super helpful. It's totally free for you guys. It has all kinds of information about getting jobs, E&M resources, practice exam questions, in all sorts of areas. I draw pictures for you. I do practice exam questions in the spinal area, ophthalmology. There's a 9-chapter E&M book right here that's totally free that you guys can read just on how to do MDM without time, or MDM noted in the practice exam question if you had to do it without that. This is a really good blog. It's all free for you. I have a free practice exam question area, which is totally cool right here. You can do practice exam questions, and some bonus membership area. I've added in some really cool kind of word matching areas. If we go to orthopedics or cardiovascular, there are down here at the bottom of these practice exam questions, there are some new added bonus material that you guys can do. You can just try to fill in the blanks with the moving parts and then hit the grade and see if you got it right and then redo it. It's really kind of cool. I have new stuff underneath the cardiovascular like that, and integumentary, and a bunch of other places. So keep looking for all that added area underneath the membership area. Don't forget about the shared gallery. It's got a bunch of photographs of course, all the courses that I've been doing. I think I did 8 courses last year of AAPCs. But one cool, really important piece of paper is these two from Twinkle. This is information that will not be in your CPT book, but you need it for your certification exam. They're the only 2 pictures that are posted by Twinkle, star right here. If you click on those, what they are is 2 charts, and they list out the CPT code on one side of the chart, and then the last column of the chart will have a number in it between 1 and 6. Those numbers you need to go right beside that CPT code, like 90697, go write the number 6 beside it. Then the number 90696, go write the number 4. You need those numbers in order to do one question on the certification exam. Super important. And if you don't have these pictures and have that noted, then you won't have it during the exam. But tons of free info here on my website. If you haven't been, be sure to go hang out there. Don't be afraid to click on anything or sign up for the website. I won't spam you a ton of times. Wrong one. Yeah, let's go do some practice exam questions. We are doing some more lab and path for today. Yeah. See if I can't get this all into one picture for you guys on TikTok. Almost. I am streaming live on YouTube, and that might be a better view for you guys instead of going through a cell phone, through a desktop computer monitor. But I don't know how to stream both on TikTok and YouTube at the same time, so this is the way that I do know how to do it. Alright, let's see. Ginger's taking her exam on March 2nd, and okay, So I just got the 2025 books. There are no tabs in them. Correct. You do not need tabs for the book. Don't purchase them. It's a waste of time to go through and tab the book. You don't need to know, you know, this is where the heart section is, or this is where the integumentary section is. You need to know where W90 is or where V50 is, and those are already labeled and already in order, because the books are in numerical order. I always felt like that was a waste of time. Anyway, so don't tab them and don't purchase them. That's a waste of time and money. You need to be making notes in your manuals, is my suggestion, that will help you during the exam. Like, whatever the answer is to this question, what made it the right answer? And we would go to the correct answer, whichever CPT code it was, and then I would write in next to that CPT code additional words from this question that made it the correct answer. The first thing you need to know about pathology, and pap smears in particular, is that the codes are divided up into two different types. There's a manual and an automated screening process in pap smears, highlighting and picking out two different color codes for all the CPT codes that are manually done versus the ones that are automated will help you out a whole bunch, because you'll know right away what to go look for inside the exam question as to your differences. So we can see right here that this one was a manually screened pap smear. So anything that says automated, I would get rid of. Knowing what differences between the CPT codes that are bundled in sections, that's going to make a difference in the exam questions, knowing that ahead of time is super helpful. And investing instead of in tabs, get you some different highlighters, and marking those differences with them is super handy dandy. What do you guys think is the answer for this one? If we go to (8814), we got 3 of those. So let's go see. 88. (88-141) says any reporting system. 43 says it is manual. 48 says it is automated. 41 is in all of the answers. This is the new 2025 book. So if you mark your differences, purple manual, pink is automated, yellow is any, you can see those differences pop out at you during your certification exam. we do with the one that we were working on? There we go. Why is this phone vibrating so much today? It's so distracting for me. Turn that off. There we go. Turn that off for an hour. There we go. What do you guys think is the answer? We got 1C. Another C. One. So, what happened to this patient? What did we do today? A pathologist employed by the facility reviewed the initial results and rendered an interpretation. How would the lab services be billed and reported by the facility? We have a manual screen and a rescreen. "41" is any. 43 is manual and then an any. 48 is an automated and an any. 53 is a manual with a rescreening, and an any. Anybody want to change their minds now? Instead of having the modifier 26 for this one, this code right here is our basic modifier 26, right? That's technically what this one is. They don't employ that one in this particular code set. So the 88141 is just for our interpretation. So then to figure out which pap smear was done, you just needed to look for this one word right here. Ebbs changed her mind. Good job, good job. Estella, perfect, perfect. Good job, good job. CCA is kind of like CPC and CCS, but it's more for just doctor's offices, where CCS is for hospitals and doctor's offices. It's considered a smaller certification, I guess, technically. You can look that up on the AHIMA website for clarification. All right. Don't stress about all the different codes that are here. Put your blinders on. Do not read the question yet. If you're reading the question, you're doing it wrong. Please go to the first set of codes and only look at these. See if there's a way with these codes to pick out an answer the fastest and most efficient way possible. And what I see is you've got two answers that have the O2 in it and two answers that have the O1. So I would go look up the differences between those two codes and only look for that difference in the question. That'll be the first thing that I'll look through the question for to see. So 87101 is a culture. What is 102? It also is a culture, but what is our little difference between those two codes? It's just a source, right? So what source is the O1? It is skin, hair, or nails. Did we use that at all in this question? We used sputum and blood. Since we're not hair, nails, and skin, we can get rid of A and get rid of D. Now, are you a 106 or a 103? Or if that's too difficult for you, you could look up your J codes and look up the differences between the 0.9 and the 0.1, or the 0.1 and the .9. Or think about having two symptoms and a J code, or just one symptom and a J code. But our 103 and our 106 they're both cultures. One's presumptive, one's definitive. What do you guys think is the answer? I got A's, B's, and C's. What do you guys think on TikTok? How many we got on TikTok? Thank you for the roses, Mama girl. Good to see you. How are you doing? Karen's taking her CCA in March. That's awesome. I hope I can help her out. Hey Jess, good to see you. All right, we got a C over here. All right, so our O2 is an accept, not blood, right? No blood. Our O2 is. Our O3 over here is blood. Our O6 is a definitive identification, but it's done by each organism. So you would order this test depending on the type of organism that you're drawing for. What did we do? We did sputum and we did blood. O2 is for the sputum, and then O3 is for the blood. So next to 87102, what you guys should be writing in next to that particular code is the word sputum. So every single one of these practice exam questions that we go over, 3 nights a week, every single question you can utilize some sort of words from the question next to the codes that they affect to add to your notes, depicting why one answer is the answer and why one answer is not. If they're talking about doing a fungus culture, they're not talking about identifying the organism. So underneath the 87106, you could put not for fungus culture, because we would be trying to culture the organism, right? Some sort of keywords like that so that you know that these don't go underneath the 06. That might be helpful. And then be sure underneath the 87102 you have the word blood. Draw one line through it so that you know that the other source is not blood, because sometimes people notice it in a fast, furious hurry during this exam. They might see the word blood and think that O2 goes with blood. I just put one line through it, and then I would write beside it sputum. That way you know which is the answer the next time you see it. All right. This one's probably going to be 2 pages, but don't let that freak you out. Remember to put on your blinders. We're going to look at just the first codes right here first. They're all different. They all start off with a different answer. So no matter what, if we just look up the first code, we pick one of those, we don't have to look up the rest. You don't need to stick around and verify the next answers are all correct. You've got the 81 in every single answer, so you know it's going to be there. That's unhelpful. So stick with the first set of codes. Are we in 883 versus an 871 or an 872? I highlight the first 3 digits because I notice a lot of times in the CPT book, if the first 3 digits are in the same numerical order or same numerical group, then they're usually underneath the same header. So I would go to 883 first, just to see what those two are about. 88305 and our 88312. Did we do a surgical pathology? Is that where we're at? Because our 87140 87140 is under the header of microbiology, and then our 87299 is also under the header of microbiology. What was ordered today? Let's check our last sentence to see what they wanted us to do. What codes are reported for the facility for the diagnosis and the procedure identified by the infectious agent and test for susceptibility? We did a biopsy of the stomach, and then we tested it to see which antibiotics would work on the disease, is basically what's going on here. You have two CPT codes under the header of microbiology, or you have surgical path and then microbiology with the other two answers. These two are surgical path and microbiology. These C and D are only under the headers of microbiology. Knowing the headers before the descriptors is super helpful. If you go to these CPT codes and just look at the top of the page where it says lab, pathology and laboratory, then it has a backslash, it will tell you what the header is. These are under microbiology only, and then these codes with the 883 are all under surgical path, and then the 87181 is under microbiology. So we'll scooch you down here for a little bit. Make sure that you guys get all of the question of what you did. Howdy Bill, how's it going? Good to see you. If you're taking the 2025 exam from AAPC, no, you don't need updated books yet. I do have a document inside my shop at medicalcodingbyjen.com that will turn your 2024 book into a 2025 book if you want to update it with the new codes. I have it for the ICD-10 and the CPT book. What do you guys think is the answer? I got BCB on YouTube. I got a C on TikTok. I have to get Travis today at 6 o'clock for cheer practice, so that's why I went live a little early today. Friday we'll be going live at 5 o'clock Arizona time zone. So what did we do today? We did a biopsy. We also did an acid stain. And then we did a study for the antibiotics. So we did do 3 different tests. So looking here, we know we did both pathology and microbiology, so we definitely needed A or B, because biopsies are definitely pathology, right? So did we just do 2 tests or did we do 3 tests? And I count 3. So B would be our answer. Indeed. Here's our next one. We've got 2 answers under the 870 area. So I might go there first. See if I'm underneath that header. 87001 and 003. 8700. There's 3. That is under one header of microbiology. Microbiology. And then the 701. I don't even see anymore. 77001. I wonder if it's deleted. It may be a deleted code. And then our 866s. 866 is under the header of immunology, maybe? 86682. Yeah, that's immunology. And then 86710 is also under immunology. Okay. What did we do? Change this one to a 3. Oops. Cancel. 3. Our 810s I mean, are in every single answer. So we know we're probably underneath that header, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. What do you guys think is the answer? 2 tests done? Yep. You're from Arizona too? Thanks, Beauty. I know somebody lives really close to me, near Kingman, Arizona. Works up there for the local hospital. I was up there last week doing jury duty. got a couple of people that I think live near me and watch. What do you guys think is the answer? I'm getting ready to find a school for medical coding. Cool. Awesome. You're in Mesa? Awesome. I think I'm about 3 hours away from Mesa, somewhere around there. I'm up near the Las Vegas, California line. I can be in California in 10 minutes, or I can be in Nevada in 10 minutes. So I'm way up there at the toppy. We still got 31 on and 18 likes on YouTube. We've got 16 on and 6,000 likes on TikTok. Whoops. Let's gift out some free YouTube memberships. Marcella, Donna, Holly, Eva, and MC all won memberships to the YouTube channel. I hope having access to 30 days of those YouTube membership with those bonus videos that I've got up there, including the podcast where I'm reading out the guidelines to the E&M and the ICD-10 guidelines, helps out a whole bunch. Plus all the old workshops, lots of cool videos, and all the book prep videos. You get to watch me do code by code book prep on something from every single section of the CPT book, so that's super helpful. I hope that helps out. All right, where are we at with today's? We have a workshop coming up on the 26th of January. It's a Sunday. We're going to spend 3 hours doing 75 questions in the same pace as the certification exam. If you can attend that workshop and you can bring your books and do all 75 questions with me and get about 90% of them correct, then you know you're ready for taking the certification exam. That's the whole point of it. So come hang out if you can. This one is a B. I think everybody got that one. Good job. You can schedule the workshop at my website at medicalcodingbyjen.com if you want to. It's under the workshop and tutoring tab. I do have tutoring open. If anybody wants to schedule tutoring, where we'll do practice exam questions to see if you're ready for the certification exam, or if you just need to book some time with me to ask advice, like where do I start, how do I get started with this, whatever, you can book that too. So I have 2 different options when you book for tutoring. All right, are we in the OOs? Or are we in the 82374 area? I think I have this one up on the YouTube channel underneath our community, where I'm posting practice exam questions from time to time. I think this is the one from this week. So be sure and check out the community tab. It's free. I have a bunch of practice exam questions that are some of the more difficult ones, and you guys can just pick an answer by clicking on which one you think it is, and then it'll tell you what the answer and rationale is. Same as my website. I have a bunch of practice exam questions there too. Don't forget about the Pocket Prep link. Love it. We've got 750 practice exam questions. That are available in the same format as the CPC exam, all multiple choice, and they have page numbers where the answers are. So if you have the AAPC versions of the manuals, then the page numbers with the answers will coordinate with it. So it's pretty cool. They'll be updating those soon with the 2025 info. But for right now, it's still set to the 2024 books, which is great. What do you guys think on this question? Oh, I'm so glad you're here too, Brill. I've taken 7 of their courses, and right now I'm in the instructor course. I just need to schedule and pass the instructor exam, and then I'll be able to be one of the instructors for AAPC. So pretty close to doing that. Yep, it's Sunday, and yes, it will be on YouTube. It's the 26th. Since we're not allowed pens or pencils, how do you suggest we accomplish this? What you talking about? Since we're not allowed, I don't know what you're talking about. We are allowed pens and pencils the whole time we're studying and working towards doing our certification exam. So marking up your books with your one-word differences, and then your differences, like on this page in cardiovascular, I know pink is tricuspid, mitral valve is green, and then I've got pulmonary marked color-coded as blue. So I know the first thing that I'm going to look through in an exam question, if any of these available answers are part of an exam question, is which valve am I in? And I'll go look through my exam question and see if I'm in tricuspid, mitral valve, or pulmonary. Then I'll know which set of codes I'm definitely in and definitely not in, and can eliminate answers super quick. Wrong one. Which one's the one for today's practice exam questions? Got way too many. It's not that one. Ugh. No. Sorta. Close. No cigar. It's not that one. There we go. It was 2, not 4. Hey Rusty, good to see you. What you think the answer is for this one? It is not A. I know everybody's got A down, but A has 80051. What does that have in it? 8880. Where are we at? 800. Your doctor did not order everything that's in 80051. 80051 has carbon dioxide in it. It has chloride in it. It has potassium in it. It has sodium in it. And then we have a glucose that we need to order separately, apparently. I guess it is A, right? Because it is everything that's included in our electric light panel, and our glucose is the only one that's separate. So yeah, you're right, it is A. The one that we have on our YouTube page, it's the one that I was thinking about. If we go to the one on our YouTube page, yeah, let me go over here. Let's see. Now I gotta make sure we got it right. Go there, and then go to our community tab, and we've got the practice exam questions here. This one is the one for her uric acid. We did a SED rate, and it was non-automated, and our antibodies and rheumatoid factor. Yeah, that's the one we're talking about. And it ended up being one that we had to order all the individual tests individually, and we did not have a panel in it. So that's the one I was thinking about right now. We have another one that's on there. It's our Moz surgeries. It's really cool. That's a good one to do. I did it on a live recently, but I still only have 30% of people getting that one correct too. So be sure and check those out. They are a lot of fun to do. Alright. A is correct on this one. Now, try this one. We've got another one with some panels. The ones with the 00 in them are the panels. So you got to make sure you really did everything that might be included in a panel. And then if you did or didn't order everything that's in a panel, then you'll know what if you've got to go here and order each test individually. I like to count. Do we have 2 tests going to be ordered, or do we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? This one's got 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or we have 7. Then it makes it a little easier. If we have to do individually testing, then you can count by which ones you did. Sometimes it's hard to know if a complete CBC and automated diff, is that just 1 test or is that 2 tests? They want to know if you know that particular information. Is an antibody screen by itself? What about your blood typing and ABO? Is that 1 test or 2? Is it included? And don't forget about the pregnancy test. Be sure to include that. What do you guys think is the answer? You took the CPB and got a 66. Excellent score. That's really good. You're only 4 questions away from a pass. That's excellent. You can email me your scores, and I'll email you back and tell you which area you should concentrate on studying before you take your second attempt. This was on my exam. It was so confusing. It is. You did so good. She got 1 lab and path question wrong on her certification exam. She nailed lab and path. That 83 score, here I am sharing all her info, but oh my gosh, so proud. If you get over a 50% in lab and path, then you so passed it. That is the worst area, because it's at the end of your exam. You've already sat there 3 hours, you're exhausted, and then they throw lab and path at you, and it is so confusing. You did so good in your scores on lab and path. Fantastic. Don't change a thing. Whatever you were doing, you had it right. Let's see. Thanks, Queen. How do you get the breakdown? We're not allowed to do pens or pencils. Oh, the breakdown is provided to you by AAPC after you take your certification exam, and they will show you the scores. So like we're into, so let me go here to this one. Yeah. So if you are in your AAPC website and you sign in to your account, and if you want to look at the breakdown of your score, just go to courses and exams. Go to the exam that you did not pass, click on the score right here, click on it, and there's your breakdown. That's the breakdown that I'm talking about. So yeah, look at that score, and look at you made an 83%. Did good. Don't forget to check out the bottom of this page. If you do not pass the certification exam, there are bonus questions that you are able to buy in this area that are super handy dandy. You can pick just questions that you just scored less than 70% in, and you can select those and only purchase those. Like if you only want E&M practice questions that are extra, you can just purchase those. They have 20 extra questions right there that are only E&M, that kind of stuff. So they're really good questions too. They're pretty difficult, but don't forget that you've got this area that is up underneath your exam question area. They are really expensive. If you do buy all 320, it's almost $500. It's expensive. That's why I have and love over here on my website at medicalcodingbyjen.com this little pink pill that's shaking at you. That is Pocket Prep. If you come here and just click on that logo that's shaking, and then you click on the word medical, AAPC's practice exam questions is the very top link. Just click on AAPC CPC. They have 750 practice exam questions, and they are in the same format as the certification exam. They have a pass guarantee, and you can get access to them for 15 bucks. I buy a year at a time. It's 95 bucks, and I get access to them for a whole year at $8 a month. I love it. I have it. I've had them since 2019, so I love Pocket Prep. They're great. Anyway, and you can build your own exam. You know, like if you only want to do E&M questions, you can just do those. You can build an exam just for the cases and they have 75 cases that you can do, those long cases. You can do them timed, untimed, whatever. But for 15 bucks, that's a really good price compared to $500 for 300 of them. But, you know, they have 750 of them. So hopefully Pocket Prep will have 1,000 soon, but they've got 750 so far. All right. What time is it? Okay, we're doing good on time. What do you guys think is the answer for this one? I beat myself up. Don't be beating yourself up. You did fantastic. Yeah, I did 30% the first time I did Lab and Path with AAPC's exam. I took it right away. As soon as I decided to get a CPC, I purchased the 2 attempts and took the first one right away. And then I audited what I saw that was on the exam and then did it again. But I had no idea how to even study for this exam until I took the exam. I had to do it first to even come up with a game plan on how to even study. So that was my thought process. Before I even read the study guide, I just went straight in and took it. You had like 5 or 6 100s too. You did really good. Hey Sassy, good to see you. Thanks Elizabeth. I've done 4 of your workshops and 3 practice tests. I think I'm ready for the test. Awesome. Don't save those practice tests. Do them a billion times. You have access to them for a whole year. You should be repeating those practice exams weekly. Absolutely. Even when you don't know what the heck you're doing, you should be going in there and doing those practice exams all the time. Not only just looking to see which answer is correct, but go into them and see, okay, why is D wrong? Why would this answer be wrong? What's this CPT code and that CPT code? Why are they wrong for this question? And then move up to the next one. Okay, C is wrong. Why is that code wrong for this question? Why is this code wrong for this question? What's going on inside that CPT code? What's the header? What's going on around that area? What parentheticals that might help you out? Figure out exactly why each single answer is wrong, including why which answer is right. This one is D. Everybody got that one? Any issues with that one? Good job, Go-Kart. Yeah, Underwood, somebody took their exam yesterday or the day before, I don't know, a couple of days ago, and they're doing great. It hasn't changed anything. Everything's still the same. No fill in the blanks yet. And we were looking for a HitPix code, A2446, but I have a suspicion it might have been a different number because I can't find that one. A0246, but it may have been A2046. the difference between advanced life support and basic life support, but yeah, 2.0, okay. So just the difference between advanced life support and basic life support. So advanced life support has an EMT and a paramedic inside there, where basic life support just has 2 EMTs. So paramedic can like cut a leg off and can introduce like IV lines and cardiac lines, you know, give epinephrine, introduce stuff into the body, right? But a basic EMT can put a Band-Aid on you and wrap you up and bring you to the ER. They're not supposed to stick you or introduce any meds into your body or anything like that. They're just supposed to scoop and run, right? So knowing the differences between your advanced life support and basic life support is helpful for your certification exam. But so far, everything's still multiple choice. Nothing's changed. This looks like a Moss surgery. They're talking about tissue blocks, frozen sections. What would be the answer for this one? You're welcome. You're very welcome. Happy to help. When are you taking your exam? There have been Category 3 codes on the exam. There's some neurosurgeries in the nervous system in the 6000 section when they're doing the spinal surgeries. If they use ultrasound and not fluoroscope, then they're using a Category 3 code in the back of the book. If they're using fluoroscope, they're using a 6000 code in the nervous section in that regular CPT section. So just look for the word ultrasound. If they're using ultrasound, then it's a T code in the back of the book. Yeah, A2046, I have no idea, but I got an A2046, not an A0246. Huh. This Saturday, remote proctor, first time. I've seen one person take it with a remote proctor and was not happy. 2 people, actually. One, because her proctor changed 3 times to different people. I don't know if that matters to anybody, but and then I saw somebody on the AAPC's Facebook page say they didn't like the new proctor system, but I don't know. I did it and had no issues. Me too. I've done it twice before and haven't had any issues. Pros and cons throughout the exam. They can change throughout the exam. I've never seen, you know, I always ended up having the same proctor all the way through. Now, I've had one leave and I not be able to find them afterwards when I'm done. And I've had to just like leave because they never did come back, but I don't know. But a lot of proctors may change halfway, yeah. But a lot of times you wouldn't notice unless you went into the chat room and it will say in there so-and-so left and so-and-so came. But as long as you got good internet and you're not going to have your internet drop and you know how to network, like if you're having audio trouble or screen issues or something like that, you know how to fix it, then it's just fine. I know the word for turning blue, cyanosis or whatever, could be on the exam. Be sure to know which organs in the coronary arteries, like something about the superior vena cava versus the coronary sinus versus the pulmonary vein versus the aorta. Those are around page 780 something in the CPT book. Something about 90-day global periods, gastritis secondary to NSAIDs. What would be the first diagnosis code? Appendicitis rule out. What's the diagnosis code for that? The G0105 code. A partial thyroidectomy with a parathyroid removal. IUD insertion, IUD removals, pairing of corns, Moz surgeries with 3 lesions, duplex scans, blepharoplasties, they love those, CPR in the ER. How does CO2 get into the lungs? Which set are coronary arteries? Stents and stones. What are T cells? What does the thymosin hormone do in excision of a sacral pressure ulcer? HIV positive patient, how do you code? Intersex surgery, female to male, or even male to female. What do you guys think is the answer for this one? If we are doing request for pathology consult with a patient who is still on the table, yep, Moz is on the exam for sure. Yeah, the flipping of the books, yeah, it's too distracting. It is for me too. I'm always more worried about everybody else in the room than I am about myself. Lab and Path is not my favorite. It gets me confused. Just be sure to look at the very top of the page. That section of the CPT book is labeled with your headers. It is super helpful. So if you have 2 available answers on one page and 2 available answers on another page, look up top where it says pathology and laboratory, then backslash. Right after that backslash, it gives you the header that you're under for each set of codes. And clearing that before you look at your CPT code descriptors will help you out a bunch in your certification exam. Happy New Year! You finished the exam in 2 hours and 52 minutes. Awesome. Great timing right there. That is awesome. This one is answer A. I hope everybody got this one right. Thank you for the 10,000 taps on TikTok. Oh my goodness. That is awesome. I can't remember the last time I got 10,000 taps. What about this one? We are definitely in the panels because they all have a 00 as your second and third digit. So are we in the 40s or are we in the 50s? Got 3 or 4 of these in a row today. Thank you, Beauty, for all the gifts. Thanks, Twinkle. You too. We did get a deposit from TikTok today of $30 for our TikTok subscribers, monthly subscription money and gift money. So thank you guys so much. I did use that money today to give away 5 YouTube memberships. Your break is soon over. Well, give me an answer on this question. What do you think your answer is? Are we going to be in the AB area or CD area? What you think? You got to retake your exam. I have no coding books. Currently just looking on. I'm at work. Need to take a break. Be sure to fill out the grant applications. I've got links to those on my website. Maybe you can get AAPC to send you some books for free. And especially if you are in California or if you are in any of the hurricane areas or any kind of disaster, earthquake, or whatever zones, they do have a fund. A separate from the scholarship, they have a different fund for disaster relief. So you can always fill out those applications. See if you can't get free membership, free exam attempts, free books. Test strategy. Do not read the questions. Go to the codes. Look at the differences between them. 47 and 48. Our differences is a basic. One of them is doing calcium total. The other one does calcium ionized. We have calcium total. So we know we didn't do 47, right? Knowing the differences between the codes, highlighting those differences so that they just leap out at you during your certification exam is vital. All you needed to know about the difference between 48 and 47 is the word ionized and the word total. So then you just go look through your certification exam question for that one word. Then you move on to your next question. Speed. Watch my free or YouTube workshop videos. Start the video when it starts. Open up your 3 books and let the video fly. You can even turn off my audio on those things and just do the questions as fast as I do them. You need to be in the same pace that I do those workshops. I do 2 of free a year, and those are still up. Every December and every April I do a complete workshop. It's 3 hours long with 75 questions. Go watch those, and if you can get through those and get 90% of the questions right and keep up with me and do it at the same pace, then you know you're ready for the exam. Friday we'll do more questions on E&M and cardiology. We've got time for one more question, then I gotta go get Travis from cheer practice today. But Friday we'll get started at 5 o'clock, and I can go longer on Friday. I won't have anybody to pick up, and we'll be sure to get through with our cardiology and some E&M questions. Are we in 88307 or in 88305? Did we do 4 procedures, or did we do 2, 3, or 2? Would we have a symptom as a diagnosis, or do we have a definitive diagnosis? All those things I'm thinking of when I'm doing these questions. I'm trying to find a way to organize the answers, looking for similarities in 2 answers that will help me pick out the correct answer the fastest, most efficient way possible. What do you guys think is the answer? Anybody brave enough to guess? I think I was reading too much into the questions. Any tips on looking for a job afterwards? Yes. Go to my blog at medicalcodingbyjen.com. I've got several blogs. One that will include a list of other things that you can look up instead of just CPC to look up a job. I've got a place where there's a bunch of words written down that you can look up different types of jobs that you qualify for with the CPC without saying CPC. Then I've got other blogs with a list of companies that are listed that are hiring. I also have a free Discord study group that you can join that has 2 rooms. One room is for job application exams in case a particular employer wants to quiz you on your medical coding, what quiz will look like. I've got those posted in one room, and then the other room I have list of different companies that are currently hiring for positions. So to stay up on those, go to those 2 locations. You're welcome, Studio. Happy to help. Yes. This particular answer is B. Did everybody get that one right? Yeah, I think so. I think everybody got that. Aw, go-kart. 3 different CPT codes. Isn't that crazy? we did the biopsy, of course, for the breast. And then our 88331 for our first tissue block, and then our 311 is for the decalcification. Yep. Right there, that's our block. And our biopsy, 1, 2, 3. Yep. Alright guys, I gotta run. I gotta go pick up Travis. I hope this was super helpful. I'll be back at 5 o'clock Arizona time zone. It is 5:48 here p.m. here in Arizona. So I'll be back at 5 o'clock on Friday, and we'll do, I've got a few more, just a couple more lab and path, and then we'll do E&M and cardiology. I hope this was super, super helpful, and please check out the website if there's anything else you need. Don't forget about pocket prep, and there is a ton of free practice exam questions on my website, and we now have new anatomy stuff underneath the membership area on my website too that is super cool. And I did some cardiovascular notes today on TikTok. I'll download that video and upload it for the YouTube membership members when I get back from picking up Travis. I hope this was helpful. Love you guys. So proud of you guys. And I will see you on Friday. And I think I've got to tutor somebody tomorrow. I think it's Cynthia. I think. So I will see you guys later. And there's still tutoring available for later on this month. So if anybody's looking to book any or advice, there's still some time available.